Hey, what's going on, guys? Pete with Auto Repair Tips. In this video, working on the '05 Saturn, little SUV. Customer brought me the car because the check engine light came on, and he says that the heat isn't blowing as hot as it was. So I kind of hunch what the code is on this thing, but we're going to pull it up in the scanner just to verify it. Working on a Saturn. Let's see if the automatic ID works. Probably not. Make me do it manually. You know, one thing about that Snap-on scanner, it's a Windows-based program, and I am not a Windows-based person. I'm a Mac person. That's just my preference. I think if Snap-on would have switched over to Mac, they'd have better luck with their shit. I'm always having to boot this thing up, and it has to think and go through all its process. This thing's a pain in the butt sometimes. Oh my gosh, it's doing something. Just like a Windows product. Super slow. Not supported. Alright, well, we're going to go with the '05. It is a VUE. View. Got to pick it manually. Let's go with the 8th digit. Is going to be, it's a D. And working on that. Let's go for the engine. Automatic transmission. Continue. Come on, connect for me, baby. Engine codes. Let's display codes. P0128, the coolant thermostat. So let's hit fix it and see what fix it says. It says the customer states the check engine light is on, which he does. The cause. Connected a scan tool and found the P0128, the coolant thermostat. The coolant temperature below threshold. The engine at idle monitor live scan data. Observe the engine coolant temperature sensor perimeter. Did it reach the minimum specified? So reading all that yakety yak and all that nonsense there. It says based on 376 repairs, this is a simple thermostat replacement. I kind of had a hunch that's what it was. This is like the 5th car this week that I've had come in here with a thermostat code on it. So you can guess what I'm going to show you what to do. In this video, it's an '05 Saturn. If you have that code, I'm going to show you how to fix it. We're going to change out this thermostat. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, I'm under the vehicle. Let me show you where this thermostat is located. This is your thermostat housing right here. And there's a tube that goes from the water pump to the thermostat housing. There's a heat shield right here. You have to remove the heat shield off the exhaust to get to the upper bolt on the thermostat housing. Let's see if you can see this. There's a bolt on the bottom of the water pump right here. Right there. You take that bolt out and you drain out the water pump. That takes all the water out of the tube area. All right, guys, so this is what it's going to take this thermostat out. You're going to have a way to raise up the vehicle safely, and you're going to have some patience because you're going to have to work from the top side and the bottom side a little bit. The skill level on this, I'm going to probably put it about a 7. All right, guys, I'm going to show you how to put that thermostat in. I will do my best to give you the best camera angles as possible. I can't guarantee nothing, but we're going to try. All right, guys, I'm pretty sure you can't see what I'm doing, but that bolt under the water pump that releases the water is a 13 millimeter. So I'm going to release this water and drain some out right now. So last night the wife made homemade chicken and dumplings. I just ate like 3 bowls. Pretty much can't move. All I want to do is go home and lay on the couch now. All right, out with the water. Let it drain for just a little bit. All right, to get that shield off, those bolts are a 13. I'm using a 3-foot extension. This job is a lot easier if you can use a lift or you have a lift. But if you have to lay on your back and do it on the ground, I feel for you. Got the 2 bolts off going into the head to hold the shield on, and there's one right here. It's a 13 also. So let's see what I can do with that. Maybe get my wrench on it. And it's a rusty bolt, so be careful. I already squirted it down with some lube. Make it go a little bit easier. And again, we're removing that shield just to get to those 2 bolts. There should be 2 10mm that hold that tube. And that tube is a crossover, like I said, from the back side of the thermostat housing to the back of the water pump. And I'm pretty sure we needed this 5-inch bolt to hold the shield on, because God forbid that shield that weighs 3 ounces is going to vibrate off. So that is definitely an overkill. That bolt could be half that size. All right, to get the bottom bolt on that tube, I went with this setup right here. It's a swivel, 10mm, and 2 extensions that's probably about 8 inches long. I'm gonna hook it to an air ratchet and see can I get that bottom one off. I'm pretty sure the top one's not gonna come off like that. See, can I get my hand on the damn thing now? Turn it by hand. All right, there's one. All right, for that top one, I think I can get me a 10mm on it. Well, I got it loose, so let's just see if I can get it out. If you're gonna do this at home, you got to have some patience. There's no way you could just fly through this, unless you got long ass arms. Oh, bitch, come on. It's another bolt, freaking overkill. All right, there you go, got that one out. Now I'm gonna get a screwdriver and I should be able to just pry it and wiggle that tube out. I say I should. So I'm gonna stick my screwdriver kind of like in between the tube and the housing. Just give it a little love tap. Not looking to go crazy with it. I might be able to sneak that thermostat out right now. I got that pipe out far enough. All right, let me try and get this out and show you. For some stupid ass reason, the engineers decided they felt it was necessary to put a plastic sleeve just in front of that thermostat. Because, you know, they made it so easy to get to, they just want to make your life even more hell. But if you see that sleeve just starting to come out, good Lord, man, come on. All right. This sleeve right here has to come out. And there is a hole in that sleeve. You need to make sure when you put it back in, it lines up with the hole in the thermostat housing. Here's your thermostat. The rubber gasket right here, you gotta make sure it stays seated on there, because if you put it in and it's pinched off to the right or to the left a little bit, you can have nothing but water leaks. So I suggest once you get it up there, before you put the whole thing back together, pressure test it and make sure. Now we need to get the pipe back up there. If you get the bottom one lined up, the top one goes fairly easy. Got them all tightened up. We're gonna go back with some water now. First thing I'm gonna do is put the bottom bolt in the bottom of the water pump. And I use it's a brushable Permatex. And this is what it looks like when it's on there. I clean this off real good and we'll stick this up in there and this will seal the threads, make sure it doesn't leak. All right guys, it's Friday. If it's gonna go wrong, it went wrong. This car was a pain in the butt. It's 3 o'clock though. I'm just about done and I'm out of here at 4 o'clock. But before I go, we're gonna finish this job. Let's get some water in this fine automobile. All right, while this thing is running, I'm gonna clear the code. All right guys, this thing's been running probably about an hour now. Check engine light has not come back on and the heat is blowing nice and hot. All right guys, this car's been running for about an hour. there's no leaks, there's no check engine light, and plenty of heat. Guys, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment below. It's 3:30. I'm out of here.